Hi, my name is Ellie Coxhead. I'm one of the development coaches at BPro, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit more about the Level 3 HR Support Apprenticeship with us. So the Level 3 HR support is a 15-month programme with a 3-month endpoint assessment period. You can find more about the endpoint assessment and the HR support apprenticeship at the Institute for Apprenticeships, but the HR professionals in this role are typically either working in a medium to large organisation as part of their HR function, delivering frontline support to managers and employees, or are a HR manager in a small organisation. So their work is likely to include handling day-to-day queries and providing HR advice, working on a range of HR processes, ranging from transactional to relatively complex, from recruitment through to retirement to the full employee life cycle. You'll be using HR systems to keep records up to date, providing relevant HR information to the business, working with the business on any HR changes. You'll be typically taking ownership for providing advice to managers on a range of HR issues, using company policies and current law, giving guidance that is compliant and where errors could expose the organisation to employment tribunals or legal risks. In a larger organisation, you might have responsibility for managing a small team. This aspect is outside the scope of the apprenticeship and will need to be covered separately by the employer. So as part of an apprenticeship, we have apprenticeship standards, and the apprenticeship you will need to demonstrate you are fully competent against all these standards during the 15-month programme. So it's combined of 3 aspects: knowledge, so this is what all HR practitioners must know and understand; skills, what all HR practitioners must be able to do; and behaviours, how all HR practitioners must behave. So just an example from the HR Support Apprenticeship Standard. So one of the knowledges is good understanding of HR legislation and the HR policy framework of your organisation. One of the skills is to keep up to date with business changes and any HR legal policy process changes relevant to your role. One of the behaviours is to adapt positively to changing work priorities and patterns when new tasks needs to be done or require change. So these are the HR Level 3 support standards, and you can find all of them on the Institute of Apprenticeships. At BPro, we deliver a mix of blended learning. So you'll attend virtual group workshops every 4 weeks with a qualified tutor. And we really pride ourselves that our tutors are from a HR background or qualified in teaching. We have review sessions and one-to-one learning with a development coach every 8 weeks. You have access to resources and wider reading, so we'll give you guidance on any podcasts or books or websites where you will find that extra reading to understand the topics in more detail and really get that knowledge of HR. And then there's interactive assigned activities for you to complete on our Bud platform as well. Following the 15-month apprenticeship, you will attend a endpoint assessment. So there's 2 assessment methods: a professional discussion, which is 60 to 75 minutes with an external assessor, where you'll talk about your knowledge, skills and behaviours and how you have developed these throughout the apprenticeship. The second assessment is a project assignment. So this is a consultative project within the workplace where you'd then write a 3,000-word assignment report based on that project that you have undertaken. Once you've completed the apprenticeship, you will achieve a Level 3 HR Support Apprenticeship Certificate and the Level 3 CIPD Foundation Certificate in People Practice. This is embedded throughout the apprenticeship, so you'll deliver the learning and then you'll receive that certificate. And your Functional Skills Level 2 for English and Maths if you require it and you don't have exemptions. Some of the apprenticeship eligibility, so there are government rules to apprenticeships. You must be a UK resident for the past 3 years. You must work more than 16 hours per week. If you do work less than 30 hours, that will increase the length of your apprenticeship. You must be completing a job-related apprenticeship, so your role must be suited to the apprenticeship where you're able to demonstrate the learning and development of those knowledge, skills and behaviours. You must be age 16 plus, but there's no upper age limit. And you must complete an initial assessment as part of the induction process, even if you have maths and English certificates. Next steps. Register your interest with us and then complete a skills scan on those apprenticeship standards so we can see where you're at now and be able to say whether you can develop those skills throughout the apprenticeship programme with us. You'd attend an initial advice and guidance meeting with a development coach where we can discuss your enrolment options. Thank you for listening.